So some more gyan on what I have learned and what I have read, what I have learned, what exams I passed, and when I meet people, what happens. So there are people who swear by the fact that they are very well provided for and they will never borrow. But there are 2-3 things for which almost everybody has to borrow. One is, of course, the happy borrowing of buying a house or a car. Personally, I'm against it, but then everybody does borrow, right? 94% of cars in India are funded by loans, or is it 96%? I do not know. It could even be higher because almost corporate India always buys its cars on borrowed money. So similarly, there will be some, but people borrow for education. There is no doubt about it. That is one of the only reasons for which I think borrowing is okay. Is for education. The third and most important thing which I noticed during COVID is borrowing for meeting medical expenses. That's terrible because largely we did not have adequate medical insurance. So touch wood, but I did not get a COVID attack, so I'm lucky. But I know a friend of mine, she's a journalist, she must have paid at least 2-3 million for her mother's care. Right, so it is expensive. So having adequate medical insurance is something very important if you want to be kept away from the borrowing. See, so this is not meant for somebody who's got 10 crores, doesn't matter. But when you have only 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs, if you have to pay 5 lakhs for any medical expense or even pay 2 lakhs for any medical expense, it hurts. So make sure you have sensible medical insurance taken with the help of somebody who understands the business. It's a far more complicated business than you think. So that will make sure that you will never have to borrow. Other than that, what is bad debt is debt incurred for things which you can actually postpone. So if you buy a 3,000 rupee item, I'm not getting into shirt, pant, underwear, whatever you bought for 3,000 rupees, and you have got a very good discounted rate of interest, you're paying only 15% per annum. Believe me, actually it goes to 42%, but you got a rate by which you're paying only 15%. It will take you a very, very long time to repay the debt, and if you pay just the minimum, I think it will take you about 10 years to repay, which I think is ridiculous, simply because 3,000 is not an amount for which you should take such a long time. But the fact that you're paying only the minimum is hurting you. Then every rupee that you spend on the card, you're going to pay a higher rate of interest. And how much did this original 3,000 rupee effectively cost you? Well, it cost you 3,000 plus interest about 3,000 rupees, right? Or at least say 2,500 rupees. So about 5,500. So let's say it's a shirt for 3,000, or rather you think the price is 3,000, you end up that the price is 5,500. Same thing when you go to watch a match in South Africa where India is playing Pakistan and you're paying 3,000 rupees per month or 4,000 rupees per month. EMIs are made to look very, very attractive. So it can be 1999. So your mind hinges on it's just 1,000 rupees. Actually, it is not very far away from 2,000, right? So those are the ways how we in the industry will trap you and then say, oh, Indians' indebtedness is going up. But we love people who want to borrow money for a sari or a blouse or whatever, right? We would love to give you money. We would love to trap you. We would have a show a very high PE and say, oh, we are doing very well. We are lending at the bottom of the pyramid. And I'm sure all of you know how this money gets collected. So it's bad for your soul. So even if you're on the lending side, it's not great, and on the borrowing side, it's a disaster, right? Also, please understand how you need to learn to change, how you learn to adapt. All of us, I mean, we were the ring people, right? Going into the ring to do transactions types. May not be much, but a little bit. And then the markets changed. There was nobody called the jobber. The jobber disappeared. Everything went electronic. So all those skills which many people knew of how to send the shares for transfer, there was a green color form, many of you may not have even seen it, which you have to sign, you have to stamp it, you have to deliver it, shares could get lost in transit, right? Any of those problems could happen. Somebody could just pick up those shares, tear away that form, go and get it and notarize somewhere and get it transferred to themselves, and you would know this only after 6 months or 8 months. All those kind of risks have got eliminated, but new technology came in. There were no, I mean, the first computer I bought must be 1.5 to 2 lakhs kind of thing, right? Wrong back. Today I get that kind of power. A much more powerful thing lies in my daughter's or wife's phone. My phone is even better than that. So technology will change. You have to adapt to those changes, right? Journaling, I've always been saying about journaling. So keep a weekly notebook, monthly notebook, whatever you want to do all those things. When somebody tells you is very busy, largely it's a person who is unable to control his own or her own life. So they tell you, I'm very busy, I can't do this, I can't do that. And you find that if they save the time that they keep saying they're busy, they could handle their time better. So there are many such people you meet who are very busy. So you choose how you want to be. I can assure you I'm not busy at all. So that's my fun. And so many of those things I can go on and on. I don't wish to. I think 5-minute gyan is what people can absorb. So maybe I'll do more videos. But now, goodbye.